Good morning. December 21st will be the winter solstice in our hemisphere. The day will be the shortest. The night will be the longest. The mystery of winter officially starts in astrophysical sorts of time. Even here in Southern California, the short days and the long nights bring us to different emotional spaces. I think Emily Dickinson said it well in the first part of one of her poems. There is a certain slant of light winter afternoons that oppresses like the heft of cathedral tunes. Heavenly hurt it gives us, and we can find no scar, but internal difference where the meanings are. There is a certain slant of light. Maybe you have all felt that. It does not have to be a winter light. Perhaps for you, the light of summer brings a feeling of oppression, like the heft of cathedral tunes. There is a cycle of light and a cycle of seasons we are part of. Another way of thinking about it is that there is a cycle of light and seasons we cannot escape, and we can welcome. Spiritual traditions all around the world give us prayers and rituals for the seasons, and they are more than rituals of light and darkness. They are rituals of birth and of death and of rebirth. Winter may be a time we are more aware of plants dying, but of course many plants that look dead are already working through these short days and long nights to bloom again in the next cycle. I invite you to embrace the darkness of our nights in winter. If you wake up early, if you wake up in the middle of the long night, let the dark be a mysterious friend, just for a few minutes. Let it be quiet. Let it be dark. Let us not know who we are in the darkness, but let us feel who we are in the darkness. Let us feel our way through the night. Come, let us worship together.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. May the peace of the morning be with you, and namaste. That which is holy and sacred within me honors that which is holy and sacred within you. Welcome to this special holiday service honoring the winter solstice, which is celebrated in many cultures and known by many names, from midwinter to Yule to Yalda. All of these are different names for this really ancient holiday that we honor today. My name is the Reverend Jeremiah Lal Shabazz Calendar, and I serve this historic community as its developmental minister. I am joined this morning by our beloveds Chela and Kian and Ryan and Chloe and Mia and Aubrey in the back, and Reverend Amelia on the side, and our ushers and greeters, Pam and Liz and Rima here somewhere, and all of the many, many members of this village who help to bring us these wonderful services each Sunday. If this is your first chance to visit us, I invite you to come back again, spend some time hanging out with our community, join us for our coffee hour after the service. We have a visitors table out in the courtyard where you can meet our membership team and learn a little bit more about our community and what it means to be a member of this truly historic community in California. We light our flaming chalice this morning with another poem, Winter Solstice, by my dear friend and mentor, the Reverend Dr. Rebecca Ann Parker. Perhaps for a moment, the typewriters will stop clicking, the wheels stop rolling, the computers desist from computing, and a hush will fall over the city. For an instant, in the stillness, the chiming of the celestial spheres will be heard as earth hangs poised in the crystalline darkness and then gracefully tilts. Let there be a season when holiness is heard and the splendor of living is revealed. Stunned to stillness by beauty, we remember who we are and why we are here. There are inexplicable mysteries. We are not alone. In this universe, there moves a wild one who gestures alter Earth's axis towards love. In the immense darkness, everything spins with joy. The cosmos enfolds us. We are caught in a web of stars, cradled in a swaying embrace, rocked by the holy night, babes of the universe. Let this be the time we wake to life, like spring wakes in the moment of winter solstice. We also light our third Advent candle this morning, the candle of joy, alongside the candles of hope and peace in preparation for our celebration of Christmas Eve next Sunday at 6 p.m.
Good morning. In winter, far is beautiful, beautiful like a song. In winter, snow is beautiful, all of the winter long. And you, little son, come safely home, riding the tail of the wind. May you always come this safely home in winter, fire and snow. The day gets dark uneasily, darker and darker still, and you are gone to carnival, and I feel the winter chill. But you, little son, come safely home, riding the tail of the wind. May you always come this safely home in winter, fire and snow. And you, little son, come safely home, riding the tail of the wind. May you always come this safely home in winter, fire and snow. In winter, fire is beautiful, beautiful like a song. In winter, snow is beautiful, all of the winter long, all of the winter long.
Oh, are we blessed by music? That was wonderful. Again, I want to also extend a welcome to all of you here this morning. We honor the tribal people who live on this land and care for this land as they have for thousands of years. And this month, I really want to celebrate that the Akdachaman and Tongva peoples have now formally taken responsibility for 6.2 acres of Bolsa Chica Mesa in what is now called Orange County. Their people have hunted, fished, and foraged this Bolsa Chica Mesa for 9,000 years. Let that number sink in a minute. Through their longtime efforts and the current work of the Land Back movement, these tribes can again directly honor and care for the land where their ancestors are buried. And that's a very important change. I do have a few announcements this morning. Today, directly after the service, a couple things are happening. All ages are invited to make luminarias together to prepare for the lighted pathway for our Christmas Eve service, and we are decorating the tree. So please stay and have a little fun with all of that. We will have an amazing Christmas Eve service on the 24th at 6. Reverend Jeremiah, Reverend Kikanza, and Reverend Amelia will be there. And we hope you are there too. Music will be sacred and amazing and fun. It will be even more amazing when volunteers like you bring treats to share afterwards. Drop off the treats and cookies and sweets or any other snacks you like anytime before the 24th, Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, just in the kitchen, or before the Christmas Eve service, if that's when you can do so. Look in the website and newsletter for details. Parking at the UCLA structure will be available starting at 4:30 p.m. on Christmas Eve. On Christmas morning, Sunday morning at 10:30, the bells will ring, and Reverend Kikanza Nuri Robbins will hold space for anyone who wants to gather in the sanctuary. There will only be street parking, and all who gather for informal Sunday worship will be welcome. There is so much going on at our church. There's book clubs, social justice activities, religious education for all ages, and more. Talk to the folks at the info table in the courtyard after service. Check our website and maybe get on our e-newsletter list and check out all that's happening. And so please take a moment now to greet your neighbors in whatever way you would like, just even to turn around and make eye contact or chat or just to say, hello, fellow human.
We're going to sing our opening hymn now, which is 1063 in the Teal hymnal, Winter Solstice Chant.
Children of the earth, we have come to sing to each other, sister to brother, songs of our Mother Earth. Children of the earth, autumn soon will breathe her her last breath, and quick will her death bear witness to martyr's birth. Children of the earth, can you feel the air getting cold as darkness takes hold and sleep covers Mother Earth? Children of the earth, we have come to sit in the darkness, breathe in the silence, think of our Mother Earth.
All right, please join me in our covenant. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship, thus do we covenant with each other. El amor es la enseñanza de esta iglesia. Buscar la verdad es su sacramento y el servicio es la oración. Vivir juntos en paz, buscar el conocimiento en la libertad, servir a la humanidad en comunión. Así es como convenimos unos a otros. Seated. This is a time in our service where we bring forward an offering of food for the Westside Food Bank. So if you've got any to offer, please bring it on up here in front. We've been doing this for a long time, and if you'd like to bring food in the future, just try to bring pasta, things that you need in large quantities, pasta sauce, unbreakable packaging as a general rule, granola bars, protein bars, things like that. Our service for the world can be embodied here each Sunday. All people, young and adults, are encouraged to give. Thank you guys all so much. And after the courtyard, please, after the service, you can also look out in the courtyard for people putting together our lunches for bunches. This is food that goes to the unhoused folks of our community. And now I want to welcome Reverend Amelia.
Hello, so happy to be here with you today. We're going to have a little practice, a breathing practice for all ages. So if you are feeling especially of an age, then you can come down to the chancel and have a seat. Young people are especially invited, but you can be where you are. Yeah, it's up to you. Make good choices. Great choice. So our practice this morning comes to my life from Govinda, student of Ram Das, student of Neem Karoli Baba. That's my lineage, and sometimes I'll remember to share that with you. So it's called Brahmari, or humming bee breath. And this is a nice way to sort of ground yourself as the holidays come and everything that comes with them. But it's also sort of fun, and it's also a way to sort of locate yourself in the dark. So we start with the resonators, and we have these wonderful resonators, in this case the nasal cavity, that helps to make our voice our unique voice. So I want to invite you to touch your face, your own beautiful face. I like how you all just went for it. So bring your fingertips kind of near the nose, and we just start with a light pressure and a light humming sound. Excellent, really well done. So we're gonna layer onto that a couple more pieces. So we might bring the middle finger up to the eyebrows. So we're above the eyeballs. Don't press on your eyeballs. Okay? Above them, just below the eyebrow, pressing lightly. And then the pointer finger can press right on the eyebrow itself. The ring finger can come down right to that resonator where we just were. Yeah, and the pinky's just below it. And our thumbs are sort of sticking out, right? In a moment, we're going to plug our ears as well, not yet. So we're here, and you all look really amazing, by the way. And we make a nice hum. All right, the last, beautiful. The last layer is to hum again, but we'll plug our ears. So you're on your own time here, yeah? We'll close our eyes and plug our ears and maybe take 3 nice, easy hums, yeah? Sinking down into the earth, into yourself. As you're ready, plug your ears, close your eyes. Here we go. Letting your hands fall away and just take a moment to notice without judgment, without expectation, to just tune into where you're at and how that felt to be in that deep darkness. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
We have a beehive here cultivating the honey of love this morning, and we continue with those great teachings from our own yogini, Reverend Amelia, who's welcoming us into all of these different forms of yogic practice and breath practice from traditions that are important to our own tradition. So let's continue our practice time together, and I have just a few celebratory notes before we begin. First is that we celebrate with Patricia and Ned. Where's Ned? I see Patricia, but oh, he's ushering, okay. As their 3rd grandchild and 1st grandson, Conrad Wright von Keller, was welcomed into this world on December 6th by their daughter Diana and husband Nikolai. Parents and big sister Penelope are doing well, as are the proud grandparents. Congratulations. Let us celebrate with them and hold them in the light of this, our beloved community. We also celebrate Laura Carlson Weiner, who is retiring from Cal State after 32 and a half years. Laura, where are you? Oh no, Larry's homesick. Well, they're online. Well, we're going to send you some love and celebration and healing vibes from afar. And I'm happy to report that her last day was on Friday. So let's hold them all in our light of beloved community in this as she has achieved this great milestone. Our mindfulness prayer this morning is a guided meditation on darkness by the Reverend Sherry Woodbury. It will be followed by our time for silent meditation, reflection, and prayer. I invite you to enter this period of quietness for this guided meditation. You may wish to adjust your spine so that your body is straight and relaxed. Your hands are resting gently in your lap. You'll probably want to close your eyes and shut out all the distractions of the light. And let us take a few deep, slow breaths and begin. With vision muted, notice what your other senses are telling you. You may feel a sense of pressure in your back or your sitting bones, where your body comes in contact with your chair. You may have feelings of tightness in your shoulders, along the jawline. Release any area of tension that you notice. Soften the neck and the swallowing muscles. Release any tension that you feel in your abdomen. Imagining the internal organs in your belly letting go of tension. Soften your eyes. Let them feel warm and relaxed as if floating in a pool of water. Inhale, exhale. You may notice strange sensations such as tingling in a muscle or a ticklish feeling on the skin. Whatever comes to your awareness is okay. Just acknowledge it in the silence. Let us turn our attention to the sounds around us. What do you notice in the sanctuary? You may hear your own breathing or growling stomach. You may hear a neighbor shifting position, perhaps cars passing by on the street, or a breeze blowing by the outer walls of the building. Having acknowledged these outward sounds, let's turn our focus inward now. Thoughts may float through your consciousness. You can just let them float on by. Feelings may bubble up from some deeper place within you. You don't have to name the feeling or put any words to it. Just notice if there is anything there for you with gentle acceptance. Now imagine your body and mind are filled with darkness and silence, like the deep, dark night in a wilderness. Take comfort in the stillness, the restfulness of this space within you. Don't try to make anything happen, just rest into this inner darkness, knowing that you are safe in this moment. You can simply be. Breathe in and out. In the quiet corners within, let us sense the healing powers of the body, the amazing ability of our soft animal body to restore damaged cells, to create new healthy cells, to bring balance to systems that have gotten out of whack. Let us acknowledge, too, the creative powers of our minds and hearts. From the mysterious inner regions comes all poetry, all music. From the inner dark emerges all sculpture and dance, all the art and cultures that are the heritages of humanity, even consciousness itself. The great unsolved mystery of science resides in the deep unknown of ourselves. Continue to be with your breath and a still, quiet mood as you rest a while longer in the darkness with humility and awe and gratitude for all the powers of the darkness within you. I will ring our singing bowl now to begin, and then again to end our brief minutes for silent meditation. Our planet home has once again rotated such that those of us in the northern hemisphere are tilted as far away from the sun as possible. Each day throughout the year, Mother Earth is continually shifting in its proximity to the bright rays of sunlight that pour down upon and illuminate the atmosphere, clouds, mountains, land, and the seas of our globe. The days grow longer and the nights shorter as we move towards the summertime solstice. And then the days shorten and the nights lengthen as we approach the wintertime solstice. For months now, the darkness has been growing as we approach, and it will reach its zenith on the Thursday of this week, on the night of midwinter. In addition to the coolness and the rains of this season here in the city of angels and the biting cold and enveloping snows that greet less fortunate locales in the coming winter season, our planet is also draped in darkness. And at nighttime, we are positioned such that our planet peers into the depths of space as its axis positions us at the farthest point from our star. Gazing out into the night sky, we find a universe held in the serene blackness of the cosmic void, with its pinpoints of brilliant illumination, from which webs of light stream across the vast expanses of nothingness and form something resembling a cosmic neural network. In the midst of this great magnificent cosmic throne of life, we find ourselves held close by gravity and given life by the sun as we dwell amidst this seemingly infinite expanse of our universe. Astronomers estimate that our home is situated among at least 10 billion other planets and at least 1 billion other stars just in our own local Milky Way galaxy. If we could travel at the speed of light, it would still take us 100,000 years just to travel from one end of our galaxy to the other. And at the heart of this, our galaxy, is Sagittarius A star, a supermassive black hole which has about 400 million times the mass of our own sun. So all of the planets and stars of our galaxy are but dust and sparks caught up in a dance around this deep darkness that is so powerful it bends the fabric of space and time. The gravity of Sagittarius A star is so powerful that it's connected to everything in the entire galaxy, and it extends outward, connecting to everything in the entire universe. And this is just our local galactic neighborhood. Just this information alone should be enough to move us to wonder and awe before the immensity and the incomprehensibility of it all, but there's more. The Andromeda Galaxy is our closest neighbor at 2.5 million light years from Mother Earth. It is headed toward us in the distant future. It will likely collide with us in this great universal dance of creation and destruction. For the time being, though, there exist vast expanses of the void separating these two galaxies with only small amounts of hydrogen and other elements scattered sparsely like grains of sand across the intergalactic desert. Gazing deeper into this darkness, we find that these two galaxies are among an estimated 200 billion to 2 trillion other galaxies that are scattered like glitter across this universe, each possessing their own supermassive black hole and innumerable other worlds. Between these worlds, the void holds them as they rotate, converge, diverge, implode, and explode like fireworks in an unending display of grandeur. If we could imagine the universe as it is, not merely as we may think it is, as this fixed reality we perceive when we look up to the night sky or encounter in pictures from telescopes, we would encounter a dynamic display of light and energy, dust and sparks and fireworks exploding and then returning to the dark depths of space. The holy season of mystery is our spiritual theme for contemplation this month. The noted physicist, religious naturalist, and author of When God is Gone, Everything is Holy, Chet Ramo shares, "I have a friend who speaks of knowledge as an island in a sea of mystery. Let this be the ground of my faith. All that we know now and forever, all scientific knowledge we have of this world or ever will have, is an island in the sea. Still, the mystery surrounds us." End quote. When we turn to contemplate the vast expanse of the universe, or the lives of those seated next to us, or even our own lives, we become aware that we are situated, enfolded, ensconced in mystery upon mystery. And all that we know, perceive, or can even begin to conceive is only but a drop in this shoreless sea of the mystery. Peering into the heavens, entering into relationships, or being vulnerable with ourselves to encounter ourselves in new ways, all may be disorienting experiences as we recognize the true extent to which we live and move and have our beings in the midst of this mysterious unknown. William Blake, in The Marriage of Heaven and Hell, had famously written, and I'm paraphrasing some of this, "If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to humankind as it is, infinite. For human beings have closed themselves up until they perceive everything through the narrow cracks of their caverns." Religious thought in many traditions, but especially in Hindu and Buddhist traditions, similarly conceptualizes of the human predicament, and that even our senses act as a kind of filter that allows us to function amidst this infinite mystery. And they teach us how to realize something of what is beyond all of this. That to do so, we must go beyond the sensory world to discover the essential nature of reality. That mysterious nature of reality that lures us into an encounter with the infinite as we learn not just to live on the surface of existence or completely sealed in our caverns, but to continually seek our own spiritual enlargement, the expansion of the horizons of our beings into the breadth and the depth of existence. It's no wonder that in this time of the greatest darkness, in this time of the winter solstice, the impulse of humanity has always been to light candles to ward off the darkness and the ensuing cold. The enduring oil that keeps the menorah in the holy temple burning brightly. The eternal evergreens encircled with candles for Advent. The Yule logs and Christmas trees and homes decorated with lights. The candles of the Kanara lit at Kwanzaa. All decorate the season of the greatest darkness, such that we then call it the season of lights. Like the night sky above us, we too kindle lights as emblems of endurance and survival, when the harshness of the season seems to be all too much, and in some places it feels as though the winter will never end and all may be lost. Now, while these beautiful traditions illuminate our lives in the solstice season, they also reveal something of humanity's deepest fears of darkness, of the mysterious, of the unknown. Light and knowledge are so often equated with the good and the true, while darkness and mystery are often equated with evil and danger. This is the case across many religions and cultures, and these fundamental associations are at the basis of so much of the fear and bigotry that fuel racism and our fear of the mysterious other. UU religious educator Jackie James expounds upon these in her wise reflection, Dark and Light. Black male, black list, black mark, black Monday, black mood, black hearted, black plague, black mass, black market. Good guys wear white, bad guys wear black. We fear black cats and the dark continent. But it's okay to tell a white lie. Lily white hands are coveted. It's great to be as pure as the driven snow. Angels and brides wear white. Devil's food cake is chocolate. Angel's food cake is white. We shape language and we are shaped by it. In our culture, white is esteemed. It's heavenly, sun-like, clean, pure, immaculate, innocent, and beautiful. At the same time, black is evil, wicked, gloomy, depressing, angry, sullen. Ascribing negative and positive values to black and white enhances the institutionalization of this culture's racism. End quote. Indeed, as I researched liturgies for this solstice service, more often than not, the liturgies were about leaving or escaping the darkness and waiting for or celebrating the light. Well, what about sitting in the growing darkness? Being with the darkness, existing as the darkness, and reveling in it. The winter solstice is an ancient holiday that invites us to do just this, to reclaim darkness, the pitch blackness of night, the beautiful darkness that is the realm of the mysterious and the wondrous. Galaxies spin around black holes, and it is in the darkness that we come into being in the womb. It is in darkness we encounter in the grave. It is the darkness that is the mysterious backdrop of our lives. It is in the sacred dark that we dream and make love, and that we meditate and pray and rest. We close our eyes and we are reminded that the dazzling darkness is ever with us as the foundation of our cognition and experience. These are all truths to which the long nights of midwinter point. So often we're drawn to the light, be it through the scrolling on social media, watching our television screens, or becoming caught up in the advertisements that tell us to consume and live content in those narrow caverns of our lives. We forget that light can be, in the words of Jackie James, scorching, bleaching, unnerving. We are told that the divine is light in every culture, but is not the darkness also just as holy and divine? Indeed, the mystical path in many traditions is defined by a willingness to step into the darkness, into the unknown, into the mysterious, to receive revelation and encounter transcendence. In the Torah, for example, when the 10 Commandments are received, right, a fundamental historical event in civilization, the great prophet Moses, may he dwell in serenity, and the Israelites are gathered around the holy mountain, and there's thunder and lightning, and they hear a trumpet, and the mountain goes up in smoke, and they're all trembling with fear, and so they remain at a distance, while the scripture articulates that Moses approaches the thick darkness that's described in the text as the dwelling place of God. In reflecting upon these Hebrew verses, the 4th century Christian theologian, mystic, and universalist Gregory of Nyssa reflected, since Moses was alone, by having been stripped, as it were, of the people's fear, he boldly approached the very darkness itself, and he was in company with the invisible. He teaches, I think, by the things he did, that the one who is going to associate intimately with God must go beyond all that is visible, and lifted up in one's own mind as to a mountaintop, to the invisible and the incomprehensible, believing that the divine is there where understanding cannot reach. In the Islamic tradition, it is held that the beauty of the divine continence is draped in many veils of light, and one is left to wonder, what remains when those veils of light fall away? and one is left with the unmediated presence of the holy. So in this season of lights, let us remember to revel in the darkness and to open ourselves to the mystery that encompasses our lives. Let us gaze into that darkness of the night sky and be humbled by its infinite horizons and remember that we too are born of this great cosmic womb. Let us find spaciousness and rest and restoration in the long nights for our weary bodies and souls. Let us remember to honor the sacred darkness that some say is more brilliant than 1,000,000 stars this winter solstice. May all of the mysterious blessings of this season and more be yours now and forever. Amen, and blessed be.
This month, half of our Sunday offering will go to support UNICEF. As Reverend Amelia celebrated in our winter service last week, unto us a child is born. We are called to care for that child and the children of the world. And UNICEF is an organization long devoted to caring for children all over the globe. When we give to UNICEF, we're not just giving money, we're giving that child and countless others like them building blocks for a brighter future, vaccines, schools, safe spaces where they can laugh, play, and simply be children. Dig deep, my friends. Give generously. Let your contribution, however big or small, become a thread woven into the tapestry of a child's future. Your energy and gifts of time, love, and attention in this community and beyond are amazing, and I thank you so much. There are many ways to give, as you can see in the slide. You can use your phone, you can text, you can send a check, you can put cash or a check in the basket that's going to be coming around. So give it a try, and thank you for all that you do.
There is silence around me in the peaceful winter night. From the church down in the valley, I can see the candlelight. And I stopped for a moment in this winter paradise when I heard a choir singing through the darkness and the ice.
And the rays of the lights behind the windows' vaulted frames, they've united the souls in hope that something great is waiting. And I know that those who have left us here had the same thoughts as I. We're like flames in the darkness and stars up in the sky.
Här still hit och tystnad, nu när marken färgets vit. Från den trygga gamla kyrkan klingar sången ända hit. Jag stannar vid vägen för att vila mig ett tag och blev fångad i det gränsland som förenar dag och dag.
Bakom som fönstret välvda ram har förenat de själar som finns med oss här i tiden. Och jag vet att de som har lämnat oss har förstått att vi är liksom fladdrande lågor så länge vi är här.
Now there is silence around me. I have heard those words again in a hymn of grace and glory, saying nothing is in vain. I can see and believe it. Let the message reach the sky. Oh, silent night, let your promise never die.
And I long for the others. It is peaceful in the church. Love was given for a purpose, and that's why we're here together. Holy night, I feel like a child inside and believe love was sent.
So I'm lighting a candle each Sunday in Advent. Now, please rise in body or in spirit for our closing hymn, number 1034.
De noche.
De noche iremos, de noche, que para encontrar la fuente, solo la sed nos alumbra, solo la sed nos alumbra. By night we hasten in darkness to search for living water. Only our thirst leads us onward. Only our thirst leads us onward.
May you be at one with the radiant darkness of this season. As you kindle lights amidst this darkness, may you find great balance within yourself and help to restore balance to our world. May you go forth into this day in peace, and may you be blessed, and may you be a blessing. Amen. Thank you.